This is your second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update for Wednesday, September 16th. We're going to talk about the bill that has the option of giving you two $1,200 stimulus checks, one now and one in March of 2021 if needed. As well, there's $500 per dependent and $500 for dependents, adult dependents that didn't get them last time. Also, I know it's unbelievable, but Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin spoke on the phone today. It's been over 2 weeks since they spoke about stimulus matters on the phone. So they spoke about the stimulus negotiations today. There is some good news there. President Donald Trump wants Republicans to agree on a larger stimulus package. There is a caveat to this, so make sure you stick around to hear what the heck he is talking about. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer actually like what Donald Trump has said. I'll share that with you guys a little bit later in this video. Let me lay the groundwork really fast. As you know, there was a bill yesterday that came out. It's bipartisan. Several Democrats and several Republicans came together to make this bill. It is $1.5 trillion. It has stimulus checks. It almost has everything that anybody has asked for, even $500 billion for state and local governments. Nancy Pelosi immediately came out and said she did not support this bill because it is not $2.2 trillion like she wants, even though it has the option of going up to $2 trillion if it's needed, like the stimulus checks in March of 2021. After that, Donald Trump came out this morning and tweeted saying, "Go for the much higher numbers, Republicans. It'll all come back to the US anyway, one way or another." Everybody went crazy about this, and if you go look up stimulus in Google right now, people are still going nuts about this, and they're like, he wants this huge bill, he wants a huge stimulus bill. But his press secretary came out and clarified what he was saying. Before she did, though, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer jumped all over this tweet. What did they have to say? They said this: "We are encouraged that after months of the Senate Republicans insisting on shortchanging the massive needs of the American people, President Trump is now calling on Republicans to go for the much higher numbers in the next coronavirus relief package. We look forward to hearing from the president's negotiators that they will finally meet us halfway with a bill that is equal to the massive health and economic crisis gripping our nation." That is exactly a statement from Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. That's what they wanted to say about Donald Trump's tweet. I'd be a little bit curious to hear what Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have to say now that President Trump's press secretary has come out and clarified what he meant. She clarified by saying this: "Yeah, so what the president was referring to was the $500 billion bill that passed the Senate, the Phase 4 plan that didn't include, it got 50 votes in the Senate. It's that $500 billion skinny proposal, but it didn't include direct payments. So he wants more than the $500 billion, and he is very keen to see these direct stimulus payments. We hope that Nancy Pelosi will work with us in good faith." She then continued to say, "There are many bipartisan proposals out there that have merit, and a clear example of where Nancy stands is that everyone wants to be in Washington, D.C., seems to want to make a deal except Nancy Pelosi. She wants to play politics. Look at the letter she wrote condemning the Problem Solvers Group proposal. That was a $1.5 trillion plan. That if the priorities were modified and made sure that there was not bailout, that bailout states that didn't have COVID-related issues, that just were blanket bailouts to blue states, that's something that we would entertain and look at." But Nancy Pelosi immediately decreed that proposal in a letter because she's not interested in a deal. Now, I want to know why Nancy Pelosi won't take on this proposal, the $1.5 trillion bipartisan agreement. Why the heck won't she take it on? Why won't she accept this? Has $500 billion for state and local governments. It's not just specifically for her states. It's for every state that needs it, and it covers it pretty well. But then the latest news is that Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin spoke on the phone today. They spoke and they talked about stimulus matters. This hasn't happened in over 2 weeks, and this is super important, and it's the only way to move forward because they are the ones negotiating for both parties. In that phone call, Nancy Pelosi just expressed that she was optimistic about what the president had to say, that she wanted the president to essentially agree to spending more money. She was hoping that that meant they would be closer to a $2 trillion deal and that they might strike an agreement. Time will tell what's really going to happen with this whole stimulus negotiation. Although I do believe that we are coming close to an agreement, I think that we could have something here in the next couple of weeks. And if that is the case, you will have your stimulus check here in the month of October, most likely for the majority of you guys. I hope that you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.